Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here on the Sunday morning. I want to greet you in the spirit of a beautiful day with wonderful snow outside and kind of cold too. But it's a grand day because you and I have a chance to think. We have a chance to consider and we have a chance to make a decision. And I hope that today we can make a decision that's positive that leads us until tonight and hopefully tomorrow will be taking care of itself. I was thinking about Musk, his Tesla automobile, his connection with foreign countries in relationship to when we talk about national security and who you can trust here and there how and how people are held accountable for certain violations if they are any. Well, we know just from living that these types of things happen every day. And we try to do what we can to keep them from happening. But at the same time, they do. This is how you get to big corporations and people who come together as groups who decide to make a decision to rip, take advantage of a law or take advantage of something that's been left out and had not been legislated. But in each outcome, we the people are abused and we don't even know it. And those who are abusing us are wealthy beyond measure. So why do a person have such credibility because of money? What you, as the people of the world, have accepted, it wasn't given by you or by us, but it was given by people like us. A system that allows all of these things to happen. A system that allows one man, Musk, to amass as much money as he has. He's just one guy. I just chose him because a lot of us know him. And you say, well, that's great. How can that be great when you get almost 8 billion people just making it, and you say one man over here? I want to say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. There is no individual greater than you. The job that you have that's built in you, that you don't know what it is, and the reason you don't know is because you live in a system that chains it, they cults it down. They do not want it to rise above, and if it does, it must be in step with the status quo. That is either to make money for the status quo or can be used in the status quo as something that's positive that the status quo is doing for the system. And that seems to be good to a certain degree, except when you run into biases where people will say you can't do it because of your where you come from or your race or any old kind of reason. These kinds of things happen when you see a guy like Musk and go to China and you have to worry about what he's saying to people over in China because he has such connections over in China. Can he be trusted to not backbite you? You have to worry about a president who might go to North Korea or Russia who backbites you. Tell the people over there that he is more trusting of the people there, making the people there feel good about that leader than he is about people where he came from. And then come back here and expect us to love him, telling us how great he is and he knows everything. And the people are so misled and so crazy till they buy into it. And the evidence of them buying into it is that we're losing more and more of what is already naturally yours. Breathing is naturally yours. They're making it seem if they had a way to cut out breathing or charge you for breathing, they would charge you for breathing. Why? Because this is the way that people who are not connected with God, who are not connected with love, who are not connected with you, respond to situations of life. So the message on this Sunday morning, for those of you who will be going to church and those of you who won't, but who are somewhere going through some pain and suffering, and you get a chance to listen to this video, I want you to know that these things, these pains and suffering that we endure every day, we permit them every day to continue. We don't like them. We, listen to me, all of the 99 percenters. There was a march somewhere in Washington one time. I think it included 99 percenters. It included people who had problems with certain things that happened within the system, within this country. And they wanted to speak out, let all of America know that they got some problems with the things that are happening and their effect on them. That was good. So we now know that 99% of the people of this country are dissatisfied with what's going on. We as a people must be smart enough to know that we cannot reach into that 99% of and grab a handful of problems and bring them to the Congress and try to legislate some changes on those. We cannot do that, because if we tried that, our entire existence on earth would be like they say about Trump, just wasting time. So what we do, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the 99 percenters out there, look at it like this. This represents failure. Failure. Success for 1%. They're not out there complaining. They got lobbyists to take care of that. But for the 99% out here in this country just complaining, this system has failed me in this way, in this way, in this way, in this way, in this way. Well, you say, well, why you want to put it on the system? Well, if it wasn't the system, it was something. Well, if it wasn't this, why couldn't it be you? Well, if it was me, it was me. Well, why does it exist? Why is it that I can end up not having health care? How is it that I can end up can't even afford to have transportation? How is it in a system? Well, tell me, America, we have put it in the hands of the politicians that tell us, and the politicians not telling us a thing. We have been so trained to be for our own little special stuff that we don't have any compassion for other folks' stuff. This is what we call division. This is what keeps us down. We must say, make a system that works for all of us. Now, well, you say, well, how do you do that? Well, you make sure that those things that are common amongst us. Some people say there are more things that are common amongst us than those things that divide us. But there are some specific things like survival, like food and clothing and shelter and education, these and healthcare and transportation. These things are vital, even for us to be able to do anything in life. They are vital. So since they are vital, these are the kinds of things we must guarantee to one another just as easily as the air that we breathe, just as easily as the water goes down that we drink. We must guarantee these things to every human being in America and every human being on the face of the earth. These things we guarantee. We don't dare no ifs and ands about that. No negotiations about that. In fact, these are some of the major careers that we have in life, is to create in abundance these types of things and do it and so that everybody can enjoy it and engage in the process. Nobody can condemn you when you help made the house. You live in the house, you help build the house. Your space, you got a space. So what I'm saying, we must, as people, let us know that in order for things to work, we must work for one another, and our representative must work for us. Don't go over there arguing with nobody. Go over there coming together, saying how this is going to be accomplished. And if you don't know, I guarantee you, there are millions of people out here in America that knows how to fix this stuff. All they need is to be turned loose, take the chains off them, and they'll be able to move, and we'll be able to live again. Oh, well, live, because most of us never lived before. So I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that yes, we're going through trying times today, but we don't have to be stuck here. We're not cooked in cement. We can pick up our feet and move any moment that our mind changes, any moment that our heart changes. When we start seeing that anybody that has food has something going on for them that's different than a person that has no food. Now, we got to make a balance there. And I don't care nothing about you talking about we've made it possible that so if you got a lot of money, you somebody. I want to say this, Musk is no more than the person who can't find a job. In fact, he is worse than the person who can't find a job, because he is saying the person who can't find a job is ignorant and stupid. And in this society that we live in, it might be a very, very complicated matter for that person who don't have a job to find a job. But look what does it say about a man who's supposed to be so wealthy. And whatever wealth he's doing, he's always trying to make more money. But nothing that he's doing is doing anything for that man that he just said was so dumb and stupid. And that's why he's broke. and land on the side of the road. So, ladies and gentlemen, what happens inside in our society reflects who we really are. Yeah, you might have muscle rich. You might have another 1% that just has wealthy money, bonds and stuff rolling over, and it might make them look good. But what does it say about you, the people of America? You say, well, we couldn't do anything about it. Well, what does that say about you when you tell you that there's a God and you can't even rationalize that there's a power that you can't see that's more powerful than that power that you can see? And you put your faith in the power that you can't see, allow that power to live in you, whatever makes it so great above everything else. You be an expression of that and see the changes that it's made. Stop pointing a finger if you can't. Here I am again, fussing. I didn't intend to fuss, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me. I didn't intend to fuss. But it just, who I want to see, even, it's too late for me, I would imagine. For me to experience with you this kind of heavenliness that I keep speaking about. It's too late for me. I'm too old for that because it just seems like you're taking your time. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Maybe you might have to have half of the world murder the other half. Murder. I mean, literally murder. And having murdered the other half, you will see those who remain the importance of the messages that you've been turning your back on today, because they will still be the only messages that will take you down a path of what you're trying to get to, even at that time when you destroyed everything. But you're loved, loved, loved. And the reason that I'm sitting here judging the responses that I've gotten from you, says that I must be here. Says that I must be here. Now, there are people who are speaking the same kinds of messages that I'm speaking. I'm not like Donald Trump saying I'm the only one. But for some strange reason, you don't get a chance to hear of them that much. And it seems to be difficult to get in touch with them. And even when you do, if you find some video footage of them, you'll see them when they were young, had black hair. And now they're old with white hair. And some of them are gone. And the messages that we bring are the same messages they had. Wow! Man, look at us. Look at us. Oh. Oh, well. And they say we're smarter than an ant. Well, until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.